All right, I am joined by new Chargers quarterbacks coach Pep Hamilton. Pep, thank you so much for joining me. How are you?
Great. Thank you for having me. Excited
Absolutely.
to be a part of a great organization.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. I mean, it has been a whirlwind couple months for you. You were with the XFL when this whole thing kind of started, but now you're here with the Chargers. How does it feel to be in this new role?
It feels great. It feels great to be a part of a franchise that have high expectations. Having the quarterback group that we have and working for Coach Lynn is something that I'm looking forward to.
So you mentioned Coach Lynn. You're obviously working very closely with him and Shane Steichen, but how much did you know maybe about the both of them? And also, what is that bond between the three of you like?
Well, I was excited, when Coach Lynn first reached out. I was excited to have a conversation with Coach about joining the staff, and he laid out his expectations. And, as I mentioned, I just wanted to be in a situation where, we wanted to win, and everybody wants to win, but where the expectation was not only for us to win, but to have sustained success. And working with Shane has been great. He's a bright football mind, and the sky's the limit for our offense.
So let's talk quarterbacks room a bit. Obviously, Tyrod Taylor, Easton Stick, Justin Herbert, new rookie draft pick there. What is your overall assessment of that group? And also, what's it just kind of been like working with them so far?
Well, I think the group, it's a group of guys that love football, and we have an athletic group also. I do think that, and so those guys will be able to do a lot of things that you probably hadn't seen from the offenses that the Chargers have fielded in recent years. But it's been exciting.
So getting to Tyrod a little bit, he's obviously a veteran in this league, but what impresses you about his game?
His poise.
Mm-hmm.
Poise. I'm 0-2 against Tyrod as an NFL. Yeah, we opened the season against the Buffalo Bills in, I want to say 2015 when I was at the Colts.
Okay.
And he came out and he made a ton of big plays, and they beat us in the season opener in Buffalo. And then I also had a chance to coach against Tyrod when I was at the Browns, and Coach Lynn was then the interim head coach, I think, or offensive coordinator, excuse me, at the Bills, and they finished on top in that game as well. I've been watching him from afar for quite some time, and I've always been impressed with his ability to go out and make plays, and more importantly, help his team win games.
I mean, and good news for you now, you guys are on the same team.
No doubt about it.
So he's obviously been in this offense for a year now. He has the familiarity with Coach Lynn going back to Buffalo. How helpful is that? Maybe even for someone like you, who's not new in the NFL, obviously, but new to this team specifically.
Oh, that's very helpful, especially under the circumstances. I do think that in a non-traditional offseason, familiarity with all the above is going to be important, because we're going to lose a large portion of the time that we would have on the grass because we're not able to have a traditional offseason. So, yeah, it's going to be very important that Tyrod's understanding and familiarity with Coach Lynn and our system, that carries over to the rest of the guys in that huddle.
So he's obviously got mobility. We know what that means when it comes to extending plays, but what other challenges does a mobile quarterback present for opposing defenses?
I do think that it makes it tough for defenses to just play man coverage in a sense. Mm-hmm. That mobile quarterback, he has the ability, if a pass concept or a play back breaks down, to pull the ball down and escape and extend the play and give guys, an extended opportunity to make plays downfield.
So you obviously coached Andrew Luck, both in college and in the NFL. So in terms of Justin Herbert, how does that experience that you've had helping, molding, shaping, developing a young quarterback help you here now with him in the Chargers?
I think just the understanding of what the expectation level is for a quarterback that's coming into the league, as a high first-round pick. I think that should help really to organize the game, the meeting, and ultimately what's required on the practice field for Justin. So myself, Shane, Coach Lynn, Rip Shear. There's a committee of folks that's going to help this young quarterback to get himself ready to play whenever it's time for him to play.
What makes Herbert such an intriguing QB prospect?
The combination of size, athletic ability, arm talent, but more importantly, just he's had a ton of experience playing in games, and it really helped him stay in that extra year at Oregon. He has over 1,200 attempts, pass attempts. He had over 1,200 pass attempts in college, and you can't teach experience. So when it's time for him to play, once he's acclimated to the speed of the NFL game and has a good understanding of what the NFL defenses are trying to do to him, I think the sky's the limit.
And then last one for me, Pep, what is your overall coaching philosophy?
My overall coaching philosophy is to meet the players where they are.
Mm-hmm.
I do understand that, guys have certain physical gifts that you want to highlight on the field, but all guys learn differently. It's important that as coaches that we help them to realize their full potential. And if that means that we have to adjust some of the things that we've done traditionally to accommodate the player, then we need to do just that.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Welcome to the team. Hopefully we'll get to see you out here soon. And thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you.